Every business person, every personal brand, they need to be on social media. They need to be making videos, and they need to be getting their own personal brand out there. A lot of people are missing out on video content, on social media. Like, it's a big market that you're not hitting if you're not on it.
Just having your own company feels good. It feels like you're actually creating something that's going to last for a long time. When you have your own thing, it just means you're going to work that much harder because you want it to blow up, you want it to expand, and you want to have something that lasts forever. Business
itself is a mental game, and you only can take your business as far as your personal development. So if you stop growing, your business is mostly going to stop growing.
Even us, we've had our downs, and we steered clear. We looked straight, and we just kept going. And you just got to stay consistent, know what you're doing, know what you're building, and that all falls into your daily habits.
If you want to be successful, 95% is getting your mind right, having a good mindset.
100%.
5% is just strategy. Pick something, just stay fully focused and just stay consistent. So it's Friday, August 30th. It's 6:41. And I'm right here with these two guys, man. I consider them my brothers, John and Jason.
What's going on?
How you guys doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Can't complain.
We appreciate you having us on the podcast. We're excited to talk business and life and just how we do our thing.
For sure, guys. Now, for the people that don't know, John and Jason, they are the owners of a videography company called Boss Media Agency, right?
Yep, that's us.
And man, me and these guys, man, we started together. We go way back. We started at a real estate team in Novi. I remember when I met you and I met John, and that's why I want to start, since the beginning, right? Okay. So, Jason, I know that you sold your first house at 19, and that was a house for over $1 million, right? Let me ask you, bro. You're 19, your first house, it's 1.0, 1.2, 1.3?
1.35.
Bro, at that age, what was going through your mind when you closed such a big deal?
All right, let's take it back a second first, because it's a whole long story. So I was 18, just graduated high school, got into real estate, had no idea what I was doing, didn't know how to write offer, didn't know anything about real estate whatsoever. I just knew that, you can go sell houses, you can go make some good money, right? So go in, first few months, not much is happening, not getting much traction, going to showing $30,000 houses in Detroit, almost got attacked by a pit bull in one of them. It gets crazy. But so went from that, and then one day I get a call from this buyer that's looking at a house, $1.3 million house, and I don't know anything. I don't tell anyone that I'm going on this showing. I don't ask anyone for help. I don't do anything.
I'm one of the worst lead sources too. It wasn't even a good lead source.
So it's not like they're calling into the office. It was a bad lead source that everyone says, "Oh, sucks. This lead source sucks. We never get any leads from this." Half the people don't even use it because it's that bad.
I remember.
But I was always on it. I was always just trying, meeting new people, trying to get just get my skills good. That's all that mattered to me at the time. Just get out there, get in front of the right people. And met this guy, brought him to the house. House was a backup offer. So if you know real estate, that means there's already an offer under contract, house under contract. And that means we have to wait for that offer to fall through in order for ours to get accepted. So we wait 2 months, that happens. So the thing about this whole process is it just showed me you can really do anything. There's no stopping it. There's no age limit. There's no whatever the preconceived notion is of an industry, you can go break that barrier. There's no stopping you. Yeah. And I feel after that happened, I just figured oh, everyone does this. Everyone goes sells $1 million houses. Everyone just goes and does their thing. But after that, I was realized a lot of people have never even done that and never will.
Bro, and how did that that give you more confidence to keep going in the business world? How do you feel once you actually saw that check or that satisfaction of closing your first client?
I don't even know if it was the check, because when I got into real, I didn't really care about the money, because in my mindset, this is still my college. So I'm okay with going 4 years and not making any money, because that's what people do to go get a college degree, right? So for me to go spend 4 years, learn as much as I can about the sales industry, real estate, and the industry that we're in, it was just super important for me. It doesn't matter about the money. It's about just learning those skills and being able to help those people. And after that, it really helped build my confidence. And that's almost when I started getting into the content and started making videos about, my success that I had, how I was able to help that person, and, how you can do the same if you're, 18 years old, and not to be scared when something like that comes up.
Sure.
You just have to go for it, dive in head first, and shake things up.
Man, that was 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
That's crazy.
And now for John, I remember John would always also be consistent, you know, putting numbers on the board. Like I would always see John be one of the top agents at the agency at the time.
Yeah.
So what about you, brother? Like, did you have background in sales before you joined the real estate team? Like what were your kind of like habits or strategies that you know, like you were doing, you know, when you were being a realtor?
So to be honest, when I became a realtor, before that, I was already working in sales. So when I was 18, I started at Sprint and I started to get phone sales going. I feel like that's how it is for a lot of Chaldeans who get into sales. They join a phone store and they just start to sell. So I started at Sprint and then I ended up at Verizon. And then from Verizon, I got my real estate license and I started doing real estate on the side. It was kind of just a side hustle. And then as I kept going and going, I was like, I kind of want to take this full time at some point and see how I do. And it wasn't until I got to the Mark Z real estate team where I was like, okay, maybe I got a shot here. Maybe I can actually take it full time and start to do good, and see where it takes me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I left Verizon. Once I left Verizon, started at the Mark Z team, I started to go full time. And that's kind of just where I kicked off the full time real estate. And that, to be honest, I only lasted a year. So I had pretty good numbers. It was like a year and a half. I had pretty good numbers. My first full year in real estate. I liked the industry. I liked the business. But with real estate, I kind of feel like because we're in our 20s, and I kind of feel like with real estate, I had to put on a type of persona that wasn't 100% fully me. And I didn't really like that about it. So on the side, I started to actually get into something else. I started getting to editing while I was doing real estate. And I was like, oh man, this is actually pretty sweet. Like you can make some cool videos, and videos are huge today with social media. I mean, you could put out anything right now. So I started editing on the side just for fun. It was kind of a for fun thing. And then that's kind of, I kept going and going. And then this guy was already doing some marketing. So we kind of just connected. And that's the whole story of how Boss Media even got started.
Yeah, I know.
Can we talk about where you were learning your editing from?
Nah, it was mainly like YouTube and stuff.
I mean, of course, bro. I mean, we all started, right? Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, but guys, I mean, you both of you guys found some success in real estate. And even, you know, when that happened, you still said, you took that leap of faith and, you know, you said, hey, I'm going to start something that's, you know, completely new, you know, which is, you know, Boss Media.
Yeah.
So I know you already explained why, John. JB, why did you, like, what made you, you know, make that pivot to videography with Boss Media?
Okay, so it started after that $1 million deal, shortly after I had surgery on my hip, and I was out of the real estate game for like 3 months. I wasn't doing any business, whatever. But then I started making videos for social media. I started making my videos about like the market, real estate, how to become a real estate agent, just real estate facts, tips, whatever. And then in the office, it started gaining traction. More people started seeing my videos and they're like, oh, you know, like these are cool. Like I really like what you're doing. And then actually Mark Z ended up reaching out and he was like, man, I love your videos. Like, you think you could do the same for me? I'm like, honestly, you know, I'm just learning as I'm going right now. I got an iPhone. I got some cheap Amazon mics. But he was willing to take a shot on me, willing to see what I can do, what I can do for him, because he wasn't liking what he had at the time for his social media management. So, you know, I was like, honestly, I got some Amazon mics. I got an iPhone with barely any storage enough to record you, but like, let's make it happen. I guarantee you that I can make it happen no matter what. Like that, that's the thing about me is I've always believed in myself enough. Like no matter what the opportunity is, I'll take it and figure it out after. So it just started with that one client. And I was like, man, this is like, a lot of people need this. A lot of people are missing out on video content, on social media. Like it's a big market that you're not hitting if you're not on it. So like, I feel like every business person, every personal brand, they need to be on social media. They need to be making videos and they need to be getting their own personal brand out there.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that was just so important. And it clicked that like people need help with this. Like people, especially in our real estate office, it was something that no one else was making videos. No one else was doing what I was doing in the office. And I just saw a need for it. And like the need is way bigger than I ever could imagine.
Honestly, it's bigger than just real estate. We started to learn that as we went.
Yeah, it's in every industry, every field from crazy. Top down. It's crazy.
Especially because nowadays, like back then, if you wanted to really market yourself, all these companies had commercials, you know, and it was all on TV. It wasn't literally in the palm of our hand. You know what I'm saying? So like it was harder for a lot of companies to market themselves back then because how do I get myself on a commercial? You know, how do I get myself in front of these people?
How do I get myself in like a newspaper or ad?
Right, or an ad or something. But now, like, oh, let me just set up an Instagram account or a Facebook account, depending on your age group, and let me just start marketing what I'm doing towards it. You know what I mean? And it depends on how you market too. A lot of people don't do it correctly for their businesses per se. So that's kind of where we try to step in and be like, if you want a professional, like, let's do it professional. Let's make it happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. And I think, sorry to cut you off, but I think a lot of people get caught up in the trends and all that fun stuff. But it's truly like you're just amplifying your personality and who you are for social media. Like when you post videos and stuff on social media, it's you telling your story, telling the world what you're all about, and having them come along with the journey. You know, it's not all about just like trending TikTok dances. No, it's more about actually providing value, giving people something of information, whether that be entertainment, comedy, actual information.
Whatever it is,
whatever it is. As long as you're providing value, they'll come and join you along for that journey.
100%.
And they'll be there with you the full journey. And I found that so important.
Absolutely. I remember very vividly how I had a listing in Rochester Hills, and I went to you guys, and I was like, hey, I got an idea for this video. It's a cool house. It was one of the first fix and flips that I did.
Yeah.
And I told John my idea. Yeah. And I don't know why, but John just immediately knew what I was, like exactly talking about. And we got together. We did that video. It did pretty awesome.
Honestly, that video was kind of crazy because that was like a brand new idea. Honestly, I'd never done that kind of video before. Yeah. And I've never touched on like that. You just got to watch that video because that video it's pretty crazy, honestly. Then that was like one of our first videos too, and how far we've come since then is just crazy.
till this day, every time someone goes to my Instagram page, they see that video and they always tell me like something positive, like, yo, dude, like I haven't seen this anywhere. Like who edited your video and stuff like that. So
it was definitely a new style for sure.
Definitely. So guys, how old is Boss Media? Is it I think a year
and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say a year and a half now.
So no, well, Boss Media is not less than a year old. It's like 6 months old. But we had Butka branding before that. We just recently changed the name, did some rebranding, and made it more accessible to a wide range of businesses.
Yeah. And what do you think? Question to both of you guys. What do you think has been like the most rewarding thing since starting? Boss Media. Whether it's like a successful campaign or, breaking through, like a big time client, like what do you think has been like one of the, like the highlights so far?
Honestly, if we're talking highlights, I would say just having your own company feels good. It feels like you're actually creating something that's going to last for a long time. Corporate's good too, depending on where you're at. But like when you have your own thing, it just means you're going to work that much harder because you want it to blow up, you want it to expand, and you want to have something that lasts forever and lasts a long time. So that's definitely, I would say, a highlight of it. And then just getting to meet a bunch of different business owners and work with the different, whether it's sports, real estate, restaurants, we've touched on all of those. Hopefully music soon. So just doing all those things I would say those are some good highlights.
Do you have like a specific moment where you were like, okay, yeah, this is actually like I'm following the right path? Like did something like an event or something like that like occurred?
I think like these last like 3 months, it's been like every week we're having that moment. It's like each client, each event we're going to, our service, our quality, our confidence is going up, and we just feel that like every week. Like a year ago we weren't really feeling that same energy, but we know we're on the right direction. We know we're helping businesses in the right way, and we're actually starting to see these businesses get rewards from the content we're giving to them. Yeah. And like they're starting to grow from it, which is awesome to see. And that makes us feel great.
And that makes sense too, because like the first year in the business, I knew how to edit, but to be honest, I wasn't editing at a professional scale. I was doing this shit for fun. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like at a professional scale. Mm-hmm. And the first year as we continued to grow, I think we picked up this one course, full-time filmmaker. And honestly, that course completely changed our perspective and helped us out with the whole industry in itself. I learned how to actually edit, Premiere Pro, good software, professional software. We learned all the angles, cuts, like what everything means and just what it means to be a videographer and editor in general. So that course helped us a lot. Shout out Full-Time Filmmaker. Yeah. And
to kind of piggyback off of him is like, when people get into business, I feel like they assume that it's going to be like quick success, quick money, it's gonna happen overnight, whatever. Like they assume like it's just gonna happen, but it is years of building those specific skills and putting the energy towards the right product, right service, and actually putting your time into the right thing, and then just really building those and keep building those skills until you're one of the best in that field. And that's truly how you gain.
And it's going to keep changing as you go. New ideas, new things are going to come up. They're just going to keep changing as you grow. And how you operate is just going to keep changing. And it just goes year by year. Everything changes.
Absolutely. I mean, the three of us, we are, entrepreneurs. So obviously it's like a roller coaster, right? We have our ups and downs, every single day, every single year. And I do want to touch on that too, guys. Have you had any challenges that you faced, in this last year with, the videography business? Anything that you can touch on that?
There's one main challenge. I don't think we want to talk about that right now. Besides that,
we haven't really faced much challenges. I think, to be honest.
I know when we first started, we had one where there was like a client that we had a bad experience with. But then we learned and grew from that, and we learned that you have to figure out ahead of time, like what they need, what they want, and really just get an understanding of what both parties need in order to be happy at the outcome. And we just didn't do a good job of figuring out the logistics beforehand. And that, that ended in a not a great way, but we learned from that and keep moving forward.
And we just grew from it.
And I think the main thing is, there's gonna be a lot of difficulties, there's gonna be a lot of challenges, a lot of things that come up that you're not ready for, that you haven't accounted for. But you just got to just roll through them and just make it through and have that mindset that no matter what happens, I'm still focused on the end goal. I'm still focused on the vision at hand. And I know we can help way more people that if we stop, we can't help those people. So we just have to keep going and keep pushing forward.
Yeah, so absolutely.
Honestly, I look at obstacles as a good thing. Like if you have a challenge that comes your way, something bad happens. Usually it steers you in the right direction if you look at it the right way and use it as a motivator, as a fueler instead of
something that hinders
you. Yeah, everything's a growing, learning lesson. Like there's no failing in my book. It's all a learning lesson.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and as we know, this grind, because you guys are literally grinding every single day, right? Getting more clients, getting or staying trendy with new technologies or editing stuff. So it can be very intense, and obviously that comes with the stress. Mm-hmm. I know, Jason, you're a very spiritual guy. I was seeing your story, reading or just spreading positivity. How do you cope with mental stress or tiredness or stuff like that? Do you have a certain routine or something like that you've been getting pretty good with?
I'll start with this one. So there's a few things that I think really help with the mental game, and this is all a mental game. Business itself is a mental game, and you only can take your business as far as your personal development. So if you stop growing, your business is mostly going to stop growing. So you have to always be giving yourself the latest edge. So always reading new books, always learning new things, because that'll help keep building your confidence. And outside of that, on the more of mental level, I think working out, exercising, that's vital. Going somewhere to get your mind off of things. I found recently running something that has really helped my discipline, helped me stay on. When I feel like giving up when I'm running, you can't stop. It's something in your mind that's okay, I feel all this pain in my body. Everything's telling me I want to stop, but I just have to keep pushing through. And so that has been helping me with my discipline. And then on another level, I also meditate and then walk. Usually every night I go for a walk, whether it's with my dog or just by myself or with friends. It's a good way to just get your mind away from the things that are going on, all the things, all the chaos, and just, be in nature, sit with the sounds around you, and just be fully present in this moment. Or even if you go on a walk with friends, put your phone away, just be fully present in that moment. And a good way to start with just being present and mindfulness is just some breath work, focusing on your breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. As simple as that. It sounds so simple, sounds so funny, but it truly will change your mood and how you're feeling.
Man, funny enough, me and my brother Carlos, he's behind the scenes right now. Shout out Carlos.
What's up, Carlos?
We were actually meditating for the first time on Wednesday, a couple of days ago.
Yeah. Right, talking my experience. Man, I want to hear more.
It felt good, man. I think I did it for 7 minutes, just,
okay.
just.
Was it guided or just straight breath work?
Just straight like breath. Yeah.
Okay.
Breath work. Yeah.
Nice.
It felt good, man. I don't do it as much as I want to, but I've been hearing a lot of, I'm sure you guys know Bob Proctor. He's very big on, this book, Think and Grow Rich, by Napoleon Hill. So I haven't had the chance to read that book, but I've been watching a lot of videos about Bob, and I just really like how he approached, spirituality in his life and business and everything. So that's why, I tried meditating for the first time and I liked it.
Yeah.
So I wanna do it again and again, because I do agree with you, bro. Bob says 95%, like if you wanna be successful, 95% is getting your mind right, having a good mindset.
100%.
5% is just strategy. You just gotta know, not even know what to do, but you just gotta pick something, just stay fully focused and just stay consistent. If you do something consistently for over a number of years, it's really near impossible to not succeed. Yeah, you can't lose if you do something, for so long. So
yeah.
What about you, John? You do anything?
For me, to be honest, I'm more in touch with my faith. So like Bible studies, which I got to get back into because I've been on and off with it. But, just Bible studies and just making sure I'm staying up to date, reading it. It kind of puts you at peace in a way. If you get some of those quotes in that Bible are deep and it gets far. So it kind of keeps you at peace. It's like a different form of meditation, I would say. When you just sit there with just the book and you read, because there's definitely a lot of good stuff in there. So I would say my faith is a big one. Other than that, I do try to hit the gym as much as I can. I was really consistent for a minute, fell off a little bit. We got really busy with the business for a second, so I just got to get back into it. But same thing.
No, that's good, bro. And going back to business, guys. So what does a day in your life look like now? Being owners of this videography company that's being really successful. Can you tell us a little bit about what your day looks like?
You want to start? Want me to start?
Yeah, I can start. So for me, wake up in the morning. I don't eat breakfast. I'm not a breakfast person.
Same,
I think breakfast is BS. And unless you're having some protein, maybe some eggs and steak or something. Yes. But if you're eating cereal, that's not breakfast. So just wake up. To be honest, it's kind of just straight to work for me. So we also do photography. It's mainly just for real estate. So I'll go take some photos of some couple different houses if I have any that day. Sometimes I'll have a lot. Sometimes I just won't have any. So take some photos and then usually head to the office. And then from there, we just start working on the business. I'll start either editing videos. We do have editors who help us with certain videos and different types of videos. But for a lot of the commercial type videos or the big scale videos, those are the ones we would work on ourselves. So just heading to the office, editing, and just making sure everything else in the business is up to date and everything's moving and everyone's taken care of, I would say.
Yeah, it's not too far off of that. I just don't take the photos in the morning. So usually wake up, no breakfast. I'll eat around lunchtime. I'll have a protein shake or something in the morning. And then I usually try to do something in the morning that helps get my mind right. A little journal entry, a little prayer, a little meditation, maybe a little walk, whatever it is. I don't like to have a strict schedule because it's not something that's really worked for me. Keep it open and just whatever works best for me at the moment, I try and do. And then it's usually head to the office, follow up on our emails, follow up with any clients that we have, make sure all of our people are good, everything's in line. And then usually I have some sort of video shoot or something I'm going out on, go handle that. And then usually when I do all my tasks for the day, I have follow up with all the clients, do everything we need to do on that end. I usually just hop back in on some YouTube videos and just keep learning, because as soon as you stop learning, you stop growing. So I try and always learn something new every day, whether that's reading some pages of a book or watching a new video on something else we can do to adjust in our business, make it better, improve on. And then usually leave the office. We usually leave pretty late, like 6, 7. We try to stay a while it's empty, while it's quiet, and then go home, go to the gym, eat a good protein meal, and get my walk in, get my meditation in. Read some pages in the book. I've been really big on the reading lately again. So
what are you reading right now?
I get to reading. I actually told you to give me one of those books. You never did. But
I'll get you one. So I've read 2 in the last month. So I just read 0 to 1, which is a really good book by Peter Thiel. Thiel, the owner or founder of PayPal, and then Made in America by Sam Walton, the owner of Sam's Club and Walmart. And I'm reading The Way of a Superior Man right now.
So we're reading 3 books right now.
No, I've read those 2.
Oh, you read? Okay.
And then Way of Superior Man right now. So the 0 to 1 one I really like a lot is because it's about it's kind of about how they started PayPal, but it's more about how to go from making a product or a service and take it from 0 to 1. So most businesses are like there's already an idea for the business. So like if you go open up a burger place, there's a million other burger places. So you have to find something original about it to make it different. But something like Facebook, Amazon, PayPal, those are all 1 of 1, like 0 of 1s. Like they had a idea that was at nothing, was at 0, and then took it to something, which is 1. So it really has you thinking of how to create things that are different and things that aren't in society already, and how to solve problems that are in the world and fix those with those solutions.
Yeah.
And then in the Walmart book, he talked a lot about the consumer and how the consumer is everything. Like your client is everything.
Yeah.
Make sure they're number one focus on everything.
100%.
I think that's very important.
Probably the people that are going to watch us are, maybe people our age, that are thinking about getting into business or, starting, something, for themselves. Like, would you say, is that something that you would advise to every, young guy that's looking to get into business, to like educate, themselves first, or, to read books, or just to get familiarized with how business works? Or like, what would you guys advise, a young kid, or maybe, a young John, a Jason or John, like, what would you tell your younger self if they want to start a business today?
Honestly, I would just say go for it, and like have your idea of what you want to start, and then realize that your idea is probably going to change as you go, and you'll start to get better and better as you go. But like, don't hesitate and don't not start because you don't necessarily know what you're doing. I mean, I'm a videographer now. When I started my business, I didn't even know how to hold a camera. So it's like you just start the business and then you go and you learn as you go. And you'll get better as you go because you'll actually care about it. Once you know it's in the work and it works and you have people relying on you, you'll get better as you go. So just don't hold back and like just go for it, and it'll work out. And if it doesn't, find something else, and I'm sure that'll work out.
Life's short, man. Just do it, man.
Straight
just
up.
do it.
Yeah, I think it starts with like, as a young man, like your whole process should always be learning, growing, building yourself as an individual, whether it be working out, reading, whatever it may be, spirituality. But yeah, like John said, you just have to go for it. Like just dive straight in. You never know what's going to happen. Like I didn't think I'd be in real estate. I didn't think I'd have a media business right now. But you just have to let the fear aside, let the thoughts and opinions of others, like put those to the side, push those behind you, because that doesn't matter. What matters is what you're willing to put into the business, and act like when you get in, like what are you willing to put into it, and just go all in on it. And like John said, you might learn some things along the way, and then you can change your plans from there. But like you have to actually be in the business and be into the space first in order to figure out what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you're not gonna understand what's working if you're not even trying.
Yeah,
exactly. No, I know a lot of people, bro, that they all have like these big plans and they want to do it, but it's all like they don't take action. You know what I mean? And the best way to learn is to actually take action, implement it, and if it works, cool. If it doesn't work, then just find something else that works, right?
Yeah, but especially if you're young, if you're like in your 20s too, like you have all this time. Like now is the time. Like just
now is the time to take risks.
Yeah,
100%, boys.
Because you don't have much that you're going to lose if you,
right. Exactly.
So if I fail now, and if we fail in our business, you're 25, I'm 21.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, life's over. Like no, we have so much opportunity to build and grow from that. I'm not saying we're definitely not going to fail, but
no.
And especially with the relationships that you've built, this last year, 2 years.
Yeah.
Like I see you guys, hang out with like CEOs and like like best-selling authors. Like talk to me more about like the relationship that you've been able to build, this last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just cool because, being able to, some of the people we're talking to or making connections with, it happens, and it doesn't happen on purpose. It's kind of just reaching out and trying to set that up, and maybe getting the answer, maybe not. But when you do get that answer, and people will see what you do, and they might come to you. So like these connections just keep building and building as you go, and it's always cool hanging out with these people. We've met a lot of good people, a lot of good business owners. And they're all great people, literally.
Like I was very I mean, not jealous, but I was very happy, you know, when you guys were part of that, like Chris Voss and, that was like cool. Event with, Kurt Shewell, which, is one of our mentors. Yeah. Because I'm actually reading, shout out Kurt.
Shout out Kurt for real. Big mentor.
I'm actually reading Chris Voss's book, I Never Split the Difference.
Never Split the Difference, okay.
Yep. So when I saw them, I was like, oh man, like this is,
Actually, it's crazy because I didn't even know who Chris Voss was when he was coming to town, and then Kurt was trying to tell me, oh, we got Chris Voss.
I gotta sit here and tell John, and like, he's kind of a big dog.
I walk up to Jason, I'm like, who's this guy they're talking about? Jason's like, bro, you don't know Chris Voss? And I'm like, Chris Voss.
I'm like, come on.
But he ended up being a great guy.
But the meeting new people, meeting new business, like it's been really cool and eye opening for us. I think is like show us like what's possible, what's out there, like what we can accomplish. Like we're young, so it's cool seeing and learning that knowledge from people that are way higher up than us and have done way more things than us. So it's really cool being around those people and building the connections with them. And I can only see that just growing higher and higher as we keep building our company.
Yeah, no, absolutely, boss. I mean, obviously, I see a bright future for Boss Media. Where do you guys see the company, heading in the next, 5-10 years? Or what's your next big goal with Boss Media?
Want me to do it?
Yeah, you can say it.
So, of course, we're going to be largest media company in Michigan and the area. So that's a given.
Amen, brother.
So I think what we see is, us really taking over the Michigan market when it comes to media, videography, because we can really do it all. We do real estate stuff, we do business stuff, video, sports, music, all that good stuff, restaurants. So I think we're hitting all the fields, all the different businesses, and they all have similar things that we can help them with. Mm-hmm. But I don't even know where I'm going with this. But what I'm saying is we're like I can see us running the social media side for all of them, having different departments for our company. And that's kind of our vision in the beginning, was have the media side of our company that can handle all the videography, the production side for businesses, things like that. And then we have our marketing side, branding side, which helps the companies actually distribute that content, distribute that media, and whether it be social media, ads, wherever it may be distributed at, and help them do both sides of the spectrum. Because video is important, the actual content itself is important. You need good content, but then actually putting it out there and sharing it with the world is just
especially
important.
For the older people too. Like they didn't grow up with social media, they didn't grow up with this stuff, and a lot of them are business owners. So it's like you'll see them on social media, but you won't get what they're doing and won't come across clean. So I feel like there's a big need for those people too. And then just the professional video came with it, just because you want everything to look professional. You want it to look good, because that's how you gain people's attention. But for me, 5 years, I would say I want a company. It's big. Everybody knows about it. I kind of want to start to go out of state, grow out of state.
You start growing.
Yeah, to different states for sure. Just really grow it. I want it to run itself essentially, where I just handle the behind the scenes operations. We have videographers, we have editors, we have people who are helping us with those kind of things
on site in different states, different cities, different areas that we'll go.
And just being able to travel with the company and get it popping in California. Actually, not California. I don't like California right now. Maybe like Vegas or Florida. Florida's a good state.
Arizona.
I like Arizona.
There's a lot of potential, and maybe even global eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
And then in 10-year goal, I do want to get into the software side of things as well, and create some sort of software that will help these businesses streamline the whole process on both ends.
Yeah.
But that's more of a longer term vision.
Right.
And we've thought about a studio as well, but we're
it's not really in the plans right now.
So
awesome.
But we're still figuring out things as we go and figuring out which direction fully our company is going in, and but we're learning and growing as we go.
Yes.
Awesome, boys. And this is a tough question, but if you could sum up your entrepreneurial experience in one word, what would it be?
Damn, it's a tough question, bro.
I'll start. Mine would be just volatile, you just never really know, I see real, you guys know real estate. I mean, you get good months, you get not so good months, but you just gotta kind of,
it's kind of just up and down.
Yeah.
You're going to have those ups and you're going to have those downs, and some people let the downs really take them down, and some people just grow off the downs and they go up from there. Because even us, we've had our downs, and if we steered clear, we looked straight and we just kept going. And
I would say even those ups can get you too. You're
yeah.
at the top of the mountain, you think your shit don't stink, but
and then something pops off and you're like, man.
But as soon as then like you stop like doing the fundamentals, doing the basics, the things that actually, worked in the beginning, you stop doing those because you're at the top and then you're right back down at the bottom of the roller coaster.
Exactly. So you just gotta stay consistent, know what you're doing, know what you're building. And that all falls into your daily habits too. What we went into earlier, the reading, the meditation, all that stuff is really important because you can really lose your mind.
Definitely. Is there anyone that inspires you in the business world or that you kind of, want to, mirror?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of inspire myself.
What an answer.
That's a good answer. Hey, that's valid.
I don't really know. Jesus.
That's a valid one too. I don't know. I there's a lot of different entrepreneurs that I look up to in kind of different fields and aspects. Like, I just watch a lot of them. I take pieces from each one. Like, I'm a big fan of Gary Vee, Alex Hormozi.
I like Gary Vee.
I'm a big fan of Phil Knight, creator of Nike. Even I'm starting to really get into people like Zuckerberg, the tech startup guys. I don't know. There's a lot of people that you can take value and information from. So I think it's about grabbing pieces from each person.
Yeah, and even for me, like my style of editing is I would see different editors and videographers on social media make really nice content, make really cool videos, and I would just start figuring out how they did that, and I would start incorporating in my own little version of it. So I would say a lot of those people, they're really good if you just look at what they're doing, and if they're similar to what you're doing, just taking from them and creating it in your own way. So a lot of big videographers, video editors, I've taken a lot from.
Definitely. What do you think? What's the legacy that you hope to leave? Through Boss Media. It could be like, I just want my my grandchildren to be like good, not to worry about money. Like what do you hope to be your legacy with Boss Media?
I guess I could start us off. For me, I would say I want to leave a legacy for everybody around me. So definitely my family. Make sure my family's taken care of. They come first always. And then my future family, whether that's a wife, children, whatever that looks like, having something to passed down to them, even if they don't want it, whatever, it's there if you want it. So just something from my current family, my future family. Those are the two main things for me. And then, even if like I got big enough and I was able to, I would just donate around, help whoever needs help. Because that's like the main thing.
Good, man.
I'm not about to, because a lot of people will spend it on themselves. They'll be decked out in this jewelry. They'll have all these nice things. And then you'll be like, oh, what are you doing for the people around you? And it won't be much. And it's like, what about the outside world? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have all the nice things, but that doesn't mean you're going to feel good. Whatever you're doing, you want to feel good about it. You want to feel like you're doing something for others, like for the world. You're leaving something for people to know about, to like, like, I don't know. It's weird.
What are you, JP?
For me, I'll start on like the micro level. For me, I want to retire my parents. I want to take care of them, family, make sure they're all good. We don't have to worrying about this bill. Like, I hate when money's an issue. Like, it should never be an issue. You should be able to go travel where you want, do the things you want, experience the world the way you want. There shouldn't be all these things that are holding you back. So I want to take care of my family now, and then I'm gonna have kids, wife. I want to make sure they're well taken care of. I want to build a legacy for my future family, because I know no matter what, I'm gonna be successful, and I want to make sure that family's taking care of future family, future kids, and I want those kids to keep carrying on the legacy and keep the Butka last name alive. And then on another level is like the business that we're doing for these businesses and these brands, these people. We're literally helping them grow their businesses through video and through what we do. So that's helping them grow their legacy, helping them grow their family legacy. So it's deeper than just me and my family and what I want to do. It really is on a huge level, like a huge scale. Because you don't know, we go help this one business. This business owner can go help another person. It's a long domino effect that just keeps falling. And I think the more you can give, the more everyone else around you benefits, and it
comes back to you.
Yeah, and it always comes back. It comes back way bigger than what you give.
Exactly. So guys, outside of business, obviously, like we're in our 20s. Obviously, not everything that we think about is business the whole day. Like, I'll be honest. So what do you like to do outside of work?
For me, honestly, I I got a great group of friends, so hanging out with them is always a good time. And then I would say fantasy football is cool too. Football season, when that comes around and you get to chill with the boys, watch football. I love that. And then it's all just making sure all your good habits are staying up to date. Like that. For me personally.
Yeah, for me, I spend a lot of time with my two of my boys. We talk business a lot, and like when I go on those late night walks, we're usually talking business, economics, whatever's happening in the world. Usually, we're not talking BS, but so I really enjoy that. I really enjoy like talking business, talking about like what we can create, what we can do. I know you said we all don't think business outside of the workplace, but so that, and then honestly, what John said, just doing those good skills, like just praying, reading, running.
Yeah, make sure you have some fun in your
working
life,
out. You know, for sure have fun. Yeah, for sure, go out, experience, and then I don't think we brought this up at all, but travel is super important in my opinion. Like,
you go
to different states, go to different countries, go to new places you've never been before, never heard of, and just go experience. And not the vacation travel, not like you're going to stay in one hotel room for a week, and you're going to chill by the
be
pool
in the pool for every single day.
Yeah, go. Don't have any hotels planned. Don't know where you're going to stay. Like have your first night picked, and then just figure it out from there. And I'm telling you, that'll be a true experience, and like you get to meet new people, you'll make new friends. Like there's nothing that beats traveling, in my opinion.
Nice. Yeah.
We'll be in Miami this year.
You guys gonna be in Miami?
October for Miami.
Build. What for?
I'll be out there to help
EXP
record.
Build event.
Yeah, EXP Build real estate. I'll be out there to record Kurt. Help him out with his content while he's there. And also my cousin lives in Miami. So he's like 10 minutes from where the convention is happening. So I'll be staying with him. I'm actually going 3 days early and then staying a little bit longer, just hang out with him, go around Miami, check it out. And then once work comes, I'll hit the convention, I'll work. It's going to be a good trip.
Just know we work hard and play harder.
Yeah.
I was going to say, man, like people, they have to have fun with, their business, man. Like there's no point in doing what you're doing if you're not having fun.
You got to like what you do.
You're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's about like, because when you're a business owner, not every day is gonna be fun. There's gonna be things you don't want to deal with. There's gonna be things that come up that are annoying. But as long as the majority is like you're enjoying yourself, you're having fun, you're doing things that are like actually make you happy.
100%.
I talk to a lot of people all the time. They're like, "Oh man, I gotta go to work today. Like I gotta go do this. I can't wait to leave." I'm like, "Bro, like what do you mean? Like you should be excited. You should be happy to go like do what you're doing. Like it should be something you're providing value. Like when I go out and record, like I'm excited. Like I'm happy. Like I'm having a good time. Like no matter what it is. So I think that's important. Just just be grateful, be positive for what's coming. And I think that's another thing too. You just gotta be grateful for everything that's coming. Like when you're busy, like people are like, "Oh, I'm so busy," but like busy is a good thing. Like that's what you're asking for. That's what you want, is to be busy. Exactly. So you just gotta stay focused.
I know you guys told me that now you're gonna be entering the music industry business, right? I mean, you're gonna be working with artists, and
we have some
people.
Yeah, we hopefully have some stuff coming up actually. With that side of things, so that's exciting.
Can't talk about the artists or nothing yet.
But we can't really talk about it.
Is that something that you guys like plan, or it just kind of happened, or
honestly, it's just something that we saw they were looking for one. We reached out and
we just saw an opportunity and took it. Yeah.
Like we know we can handle this. We can take care of it and make sure it's something good that what they're looking for.
And they liked what we do already. So,
do you have any like dream projects? Like I don't know, like being part of like a movie crew or like a show.
You said dream projects?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know. I haven't really.
Oh, maybe make ourselves a show.
Yeah.
Just produce and film it ourselves, like some cinematic, like I don't know. I just like projects like that. I think it's I don't know, anything that just puts out good in the world. I'll probably do some type of project.
Yeah, 100%.
Like something that has a good message, good vibe to it.
Yeah.
It puts out something good in the world is probably a side project I would go after. So if you know anything like that, let's work on it.
For the people that want to get in contact with you guys, like a business owner or someone that's looking to, dive more into the videography business, how can they get in contact with you guys?
Best way is probably go to our social media, Boss Branding Agency, on Instagram or Facebook, TikTok. And then also we have Boss Media, which is our real estate side. And then those are probably the two best ways to find our work, what we're all about, and what we do.
Yeah, and then our phone number should be there. You can always give us a call,
we're not hard to reach.
It is. Yeah, it's not.
Come find me.
Yep.
There you guys go. You know, these two young entrepreneurs, man, they're making it happen. You know, they're my brothers, man. So thank you so much.
Renzo, I appreciate you having us on, bro.
Thank you so much for having us, man. Hey, you keep killing with the podcast. This is only the beginning.
Sweet.
You got it.